What is up, LC heads? I join you in a painful place today. The pity screen. Yeah, we see Stan here. Hey man, no, go on. Go outside. Go take... Doberman is dragging this goddamn hose around through a pile of pop cans. It's not gonna be... No, go on. As adorable as you look, go on with that. Go on. Go drag your hose outside. Everyone loves to see it. Everybody's super impressed. There, let them think that. Anyway, I'm in here in the pity screen, and I realize that I do have to give Adis some props along the way for moving the pity system along a little bit, even though it does feel like we're moving like a snail. We didn't used to have these luxuries. So if you guys watch my first vid on me coming back in here, I threw the 30,000 lapis that I had saved up and got absolutely nothing. And I was like, damn. But then I realized, that's right, we have the Collab Metal 1 system, which you're going to get these medals even if you're using free lapis. Right, so you're getting these for using free lapis and paid lapis. So if you have enough free lapis, you're going to get to pity something, right? So here's the thing: we picked one of the, or we didn't pick him, but we got one of the heroes from the guaranteed ticket. Cool. I threw 30,000, didn't get shit, and actually I think on my last pull, I thought I netted both of the arcs. I thought I got both of them in one pull. I don't know why the hell I was thinking that. But it turns out I only got one, and I was like, damn, okay. So today I was going back through it, and I did a 10 pull because I was kind of trying to get close to this pity, and the 10 pull, netted me, I think it was 1 or 2 reds. The first one was nothing. We're getting to the second red, and it's starting to do a little dance like it's new. And I was just sitting there, oh, please, I need the arc. I want the arc. And actually, that was very stupid of me. I should have wished for the character instead. Why am I saying that now? Because the character costs 50 more pity medals to pity, right? So if I would have pulled Stan instead of the arc, right, I would just have to do, 7 more pulls to get to 200 of these, and I would get to choose one of the arcs anyway. This is a great arc, by the way. I think these arcs are awesome. Ultimately, what I was saying is I was going to 200 here to try to clear both of the arcs. So it leaves me in an interesting position because I'm like, well, if I really want this character, I can just do 50 pulls, even if they're free pulls, and I can pity him out of here. What else am I going to do with it? Well, I could cash these coins out right now, do a couple more pulls, and get 2 10 pulls to try to throw and get the hero, and probably get absolutely nothing. I'm not doing anything on this front. If I have to give up one of the heroes, I will. I think I definitely lucked out with the hero that I got. Stan does look like he can do some gnarly ass fire damage, but we have powerful fire characters, including Adele. He's up there with heavy hitters as far as his element is concerned. He doesn't do anything like healing or anything really, as special, I think, as Kyle does, or whatever the hell his name is. Just personally, that's just my opinion. This guy just looks like a straightforward damage character. He's got some nice bonuses in here for sure. Right. I guess we'd have to see if I get to actually play with him a little bit more and figure out how his, special, when attacking with fire physical / special gain Swordian device stock. Gain more during boss waves. More of the stock, I guess. Boost SD level and device skill effects based on SD stock. So he's just going to get stronger off of that. Again, this is something I'd really have to play with to, Other than that, he has some straight up 80% more damage and let's see, special damage 80%, special damage cap 12,000 more, right? Let me just start at the beginning. When only weapon is equipped is one sword, fire physical damage 80%. That's what he's going to use is one fire sword. So getting 80% physical damage out of that is crazy, and damage cap 20,000. And when sword has a fire attribute, which it's going to, he also gets sword strength 100% and special damage 80% more. And special damage cap 12,000 more. So that is a powerful trait right there. It's got a nice 80% in it, plus, you know, damage caps and shit. And then Swordian Device, I would really have to test that out, but he's definitely interesting. But he's going to be a lot more straightforward to build, I think, than the other hero is right now. So, I was going to say, for now, I feel plenty good getting the arcs and getting the redhead. Because the arcs were going to be my #1 choice, you know, aside from maybe Kyle. They just have, like, some really good stuff. Let's see. Can we look at them through here? Cool. You should not be able to do that. I can tell you right now, like, both of their Arc Ether rewards were kind of like meh. Let's see, one of them's like, it's a sword that light, dark, attack damage 10% and crit rate plus 3%. I mean, that's cool for anyone doing light and dark damage. Right. The Arc trait, though, for every living ally with a sword equipped, other than unit, which can be a lot of people. Swords are very powerful, very common. You can get a whole team of sword users very easily. Physical attack damage 10% for each one, so that's up to 30 for having 3 other people in your party that have swords. You're doing 30% more damage now. And when reviving an ally with active skills, give that ally undead type and strength/intelligence plus 30% buff once per wave. So it gives you like this zombie play where when you bring someone back to life, you literally give them like this little zombie buff where they're stronger. It's a nice 30% boost too to strength and intelligence to help those hybrid units, right? When only weapon equipped is one sword, of course, damage to guarding enemies plus 50%, and damage cap to non-guarding enemies another 2,000. Some good, interesting stuff all around here. I dig it. I just like that 30% more damage that you're going to be doing is going to be applicable all the time. And then you get all this other shit. Most arcs, I mean, they're going to give you maybe the 30% more damage or something like that. And that's going to be like the majority of the arc trait, because that is just powerful by itself. So yeah, and the real creme de creme, I think, for these is the stuff that they can teach. Now we will end the battle 40 seconds after battle starts. Give a damage dealt 20% buff, permanent until incapacitated. If incapacitated when the buff is given, give buff after 40 more seconds instead. That's pretty cool, especially for longer fights. Let me just hold out for 40 seconds, and boom, I do 20% more damage for the rest of the fight. That's cool. Our favorite little earth monk, what's his name? He's pretty freaking awesome with something like that because he could just turn on his sand skin ability or whatever the hell it's called. Sand condom, go! And he can just stand there for 40 seconds and not get killed, and then he will do 20% more damage for like the rest of the fight. That's awesome. We have sword high boost in here, sure. Swordian Might. When only weapon equipped is one sword, attack damage 15% to same attribute as the equipped weapon. That's awesome. That is fucking awesome. So whatever your attributes, whatever your sword's attribute is, you're going to do 15% more damage with that. For 5 SC for 15% more damage to something that's so easy to match up and toggle on. Come on, that's awesome right there. We have equipped sword here. It's nice too. We have fire drive and stock skill too. So that's the real meat and potatoes of this. I think it's the skills, right? And that is why I was psyched about these. The Battle of Eldrin. This one seems to be made for Redhead here because, first of all, it has haste built in just for him. He doesn't come with haste. But the arc trait, when an ally uses attribute attack magic, give damage plus 30% buff for the next skill of that attribute used. So I just need someone to use attack magic that's the attribute that I want to be attacking in. So if I'm going into a fight where they're weak against holy damage, I would have an ally use a magic attack that's holy damage, right? I'd get a damage plus 30% buff for the next skill of the attribute used. So I would obviously match that up with holy. This is also giving the continuous haste effect, right? And whenever special is used, all attribute attack damage 5%, damage taken minus 5%, and you can stack that up to 3 times. It resets each wave. So in a long fight, if you manage to drop your special 3 times, you now do 15% more damage, and you take 15% less damage. And as soon as an ally drops a spell, you get a damage plus 30% buff for the next skill of that attribute used. So that's going to be easy to match up, and I mean, this thing's pretty damn solid. Arc reward of this thing is actually interesting because give barrier that nullifies basic status ailments 3 times. I'd actually have to test that out, but it's getting rid of status, so it's interesting for sure. But the creme de creme here, once again, we cannot see eye to eye. Anti-type effect damage plus 20%. Our Slayers do 20% more now, baby. Oh, and anti-type attack damage taken minus 10%. So if you're hitting me with a Slayer, or you're using a Slayer effect against my type, I'm taking 10% less damage. And if I'm using Slayer effect against you, my Slayer is doing 20% more on top of whatever other special boost and other stuff. I mean, that's 20% more damage with your killer abilities. That's just killer. I'm sorry, Slayer abilities, which is killer. That's what I meant to say. We have giant killing, of course. For my existence, I will not lose. On boss wave, it's a strength and defense plus 7% buff. Not bad. It doesn't sound like the most in the world. You're getting 14% to stats for 5 SC, so it's not bad. It's on the boss wave when you're going to need it. Here's what is interesting, though. For characters that get more damage and more strength boost when they have full health, I think this really goes a long way with them. It's going to help you get to just a retarded strength, and it's going to give you a pretty good defense on top of that, too. But yeah, when you have a hero that at full health, he gets 20% more to his strength, and he has a weapon equipped where at full health, you get 20% more strength again, and yeah, we can double stack shit like that. It does stack up. And then you get to the boss wave, and then like the cherry on top is you get 7% more strength now, and then it all gets amplified, you know, by all the little bonuses you have. It adds up. It definitely adds up. So this is going to help you be much stronger just for the boss wave. I don't think it's bad. The real best thing here, though, is we cannot see eye to eye. That's just dope, and everyone's going to want that on just anyone that uses Slayers, which is a lot of people. And we do have armor blind resist. Armor equipped blind resistance plus 1. For 3 SC, actually, we'll take that. That's actually very nice. Yeah, so love these, absolutely. They've done a great job so far. And now I'm playing it smart, and I'm going to be waiting for part 2 of the collab before I even worry about getting 50 more of these to throw on Stan. I would rather see the next hero that drops, and maybe, just maybe, I would want to throw those 50 pulls on that banner. Right, this is going to be up for a while. We have time to come back to this. So if you're sitting in the same position as me, trying to clear these banners, really think about it. Especially if you already have red guy. I'm not saying that the blonde dude is like terrible or anything. He's a strong hero, don't get me wrong, and I've already seen great damage from him. He makes it look like he's fighting with a dagger when he's really getting like claymore stats. So that is pretty dope. Both of the heroes look cool so far. I just think this one's more fun and interesting because he has the healing and stuff built in. But really, so far, it's been the arcs, and I cannot wait to see what next arc we're going to get. And the hero. I'm really excited about the hero. They make him look pretty damn wicked. Regardless, I have 19 days to, find 50 more pulls for the medals here to pity Stan. So we will see. Leave me a comment. Let me know how good Stan is if you already have him. I'm sure he is a badass. Maybe we'll get back around to that. But I think for now, your boy's going to hold out just a little bit. Who knows? Who knows, right? I might still have some tickets here, right? I've been saying Kyle. It's Luke. Damn it. We both know that I'm talking about Luke when I'm saying Kyle. Everybody knows that. Like, that's just been like the default position for a while now. So, yeah. Anyway, talking about Luke. I knew I was saying the wrong name too. Part of me was like, man, why would they name another hero Kyle when Kyle's already the main character of this game? Yeah, it's because his name was Luke. Luke Von Fabry. I'm going to have to try to remember that. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm going to mention? You know what? I got back on my device, and to get, like, the full collab experience, right? I'm like, I need to turn the volume on, right? Because for the sake of recording, I typically just leave my volume off. But it's on right now. I can turn the volume up, and you guys can actually hear the music chime in. And I started hearing it, and I started, like, listening to it, and it's bringing back, like, flashbacks. And I'm like, oh, shit. I don't, like, vividly remember this title, but you better sure damn believe that I remember this music. I remember playing this game or this series of games. And what I specifically remember is, like, the drums at the very beginning of, like, a map or a stage or whatever when that music would start. There's this crazy, like, drum thing. I don't know. That thing's just been going off, and I'm just like, okay. We've definitely played this before. I just can't really remember anything specific from it. So just one of the video games along the way that, stored in the memory bank somewhere. I have played Tales of series before, and, the music stayed with me. So anyway, if I missed anything, if I'm wrong about anything, please feel free to leave me a comment, and I will see you all on the next one. Best of luck to everybody. We got time. Don't freak out. Do not freak out. And, okay, you can freak out a little bit if you want. I mean, if it makes you feel better. I'm not telling you what not to do. Anyway, later, everybody.